Yo, bro, what you saying, man?
You're all good, bro. We've been saying,
I'm good, bro. Been a long time since we've linked up, man.
yeah, man, been busy, because obviously, yeah, me and Luke, yeah, trying to get that shit started again with the on record soon. But obviously, yeah, you might be putting in work.
Yeah, man. We're just trying to be consistent, man, because I find with us consistent with anything. Consistency is key in it, man. So I feel like we both feel like our content's good in it, so it's just putting it out there and as much as possible in it, man. But
yeah,
we want to see you back in the studio, man. Obviously, I know you're trying to start production with that, man. But yeah, man, it's good to have you on, there, man.
yeah. Now we're trying to come back. We're trying to come back something big. Obviously, get back in the studio soon for yeah, link up, definitely.
You can come, bro, definitely, man. So basically, this week on this Spoke About podcast, man, I got my boy here, Henry, one half of the On Record podcast. Unfortunately, James not here, man, but it's all good, bro. Podcast still must go on in it, man. So, do you know what? We'll get straight to the point, innit? Donda, COB. What's your thoughts?
I'll be real with you. Like the thing is, I think I said this to you earlier, like on the phone the other day or whatever. For me personally, I haven't really been a fan of Kanye since maybe when did the Life of Pablo drop?
2016.
So I haven't really been fucking with him that much since then. But obviously, you have to listen, when he drops something like that. I think the thing is, let's start off like kind of before the album dropped as well. Like I guess what would you call it? The marketing of it. Like, do you see kind of what he done in the stadium?
Yeah, Mercedes Stadium.
Stadium, like all of that, the build up to like that album, Donda coming out. Obviously, it's for his mum as well. So I feel like everyone knew it was going to be a big album, at least, where you'd have a lot of features, like you sort of track list. I'm going to grab that on my phone in a sec, just so we can have a look through that as well. But like, I think, yeah, going before, like, obviously going into opinions about listening to it, like, I think, like, the way he's marketed that, like, it was sick, because everybody, the anticipation for that to drop in it, everyone was like, raw, like, this guy's got bear, like, coming out. I think that was like an exciting thing about it. But in terms of like listening to it, I can't lie to you, it's a 2-hour album. I've only listened to it once. Obviously, then you come and pick your like the songs you like. Do you know what I mean? Then you kind of just go from there. But also, I don't know, like me personally, I'll be honest. Like, let's just start off here. I'd say I'm a little bit disappointed because of the build-up with the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, obviously being named after his mom. Like, I thought it was, and like the track list, I thought it was going to be better than it was. But I don't know. What's your thoughts?
Bro, I completely agree with you, man. Like the build up to the album, him being in the Mercedes Stadium, obviously he's sleeping there and all that. I feel like kind of overshadowed the album itself. Like all the shenanigans outside the album and all that. And there was all this big hype, this big hoo-ha for actually nothing, man. Because for Kanye, because for me, Kanye is one of the greatest in it,
yeah.
Like, he's actually not your normal traditional rapper. If you know about Kanye, he came into the scene doing beats and all that. So
yeah.
That album, man, 2-hour album as well. I'm not a fan of. Like, for me, give me 12, 13 songs on the album.
Yeah.
Calm with that. Anything longer than that, man, it's a bit longer, man. Unless it's like Biggie or like one of the greats and all that, yeah. But the album itself, when I listened to it, it felt like a chore.
Yeah. Would you say like it's kind of like not a mixtape, but like, because you see when I think album, I think of like a body of work that kind of like one song sometimes will feed into another. Like it's a kind of a body of work that's all about like one theme kind of thing. I don't know, like
yeah,
do you feel
of course, yeah. If you paid attention to Kanye in the past few years, he's on this whole gospel vibe in it, like Jesus and all that. And if you know about the title of the album, was called is Donda. That's the name of his mum. She's deceased now, and she died about 2007, I think, due to surgery.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a nice. Obviously, if you're creating an album, doing anything, and your mom's attached to him, and obviously that's a beautiful thing to do in it, man. But the album itself, if I'm honest, it's not his worst, because his last, like you say, his last 3 albums, Jesus is King.
Yeah.
That was whack.
Yeah.
Ye was whack. Ye was terrible. Yeah. And if you count the one with Kid Cudi, the collab album, I See Ghosts or something, I wasn't a fan of either.
What's that called? Kids See Ghosts.
Kids See Ghosts, yeah. That came out at the same time as Ye came out, and they were whacking it. So this is not his worst piece of work, but out of the whole 27 songs, I'm not gonna lie, bro, I've only liked 2 songs.
Let me check that actually now for you, because I want to see actually how many songs I actually like. So I like Hurricane, obviously, with Lil Baby.
And that's another thing that's annoying, bro. He hasn't put none of the features on there. So when you go in there, you don't know who's featuring on the song. That's annoying.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna get that. I'll remember better when I list. But let me go off, not off topic, but obviously we're speaking about the album. Have you heard the Andre 3000? The leak. You haven't heard it?
No.
Bro, like, you see on rap. So basically, you know, right, so Drake obviously going on, obviously we're gonna talk about
something about it. I've heard something about it, yeah.
Like obviously, yeah, and Kanye and Drake are, I guess you'd say, beefing in it. They've got some kind of problem with each other. I'll be real, I don't know the history behind it in that sense, but so Drake's leaked. Basically, Kanye didn't include the Andre 3000 song. I think it's called "The Life of the Party" on the Donda album. I think the reasoning behind that was, I don't think Kanye wanted some kind of swearing or something about, like, I don't know, like he wanted to keep it, as you said, like gospel, like respectful to his mum in it. So it's something Andre 3000, like when he submitted the verse to Kanye after recording it, he didn't realize that it had to be a certain like criteria to feature on the album. So he wasn't angry about obviously it not going on. I think the Andre 3000 statement was something like, I'm just annoyed I'm being caught between like two great artists, obviously Drake and Kanye, because Drake leaked that song. But bro, what I would say, and anybody listening, on obviously any of your listeners that do, go and listen to, I'll put like a Twitter link or a SoundCloud link underneath this. Go and listen to that leak, just because Andre 3000's verse here, like, it's cold, bro. Like, I think, yeah, you'd love it. It's a deep verse. Like, it talks a lot about obviously kind of his parents passing away, which is similar to the Donda theme as well. So that's
you know, sorry to cut you off, bro. Like, I think that's a bit whack from Kanye though, man, because you listen to the album, even though it's a non-explicit album, innit? Yeah, but there's still swearing in it. You just bleep it out. Yeah. But it's just, that's stupid, because he could. I feel like he's done that. You know, he's done the same thing with Soulja Boy, innit?
Yeah,
he took off Big Draco's verse, bro, and they've been having a little back and forth in it. So I think that I feel like with Kanye, man, he's trying to. You got all this like slight negativity around the album, even him with Drake, and it's like, bro, and you trying to pay respects to your mum at the end of the day, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just Kanye, man. He's just a wacky guy, man. But I think he gets away with it, man, because he's a genius, he's great, he's a goat, he's a god, he's Jesus. You know what I'm saying? I think he gets.
I was listening. Do you watch Halfcast podcast? Ever?
Yeah, I did.
It was like Craig, I think it was is it Craig Mitch? Is that his name?
Yeah.
He was saying something about like Kanye has done a lot of mad shit in the last couple of years, isn't it? Like I feel like he was saying something about like he's trying to push as far as he can go, like see how much his fans will follow him. So he'll like obviously do the whole thing where he's like, do you remember slavery was a choice? When he said that, Kanye.
Yeah.
Then he was like, he's wearing the MAGA hat during the Donald Trump obviously presidency. And then he's always been trying to run for president. And then like I think he's a power, what's it called? Like he's obsessed with power. Like that's his problem. That's Kanye's problem, but that's what I think, as you said, like he's a bit wacky in it, and like he gets away with it, as you said, because people think he's a genius. But I think with this album, like he's now, you know what I mean?
He's just an egotistical don in it, fam. But it's like, do you know what, bro? I cannot kind of understand that, because if you're Kanye and you're rolling around certain circles, and he's been in the industry for like almost 2 decades now, I get it, fam, because he is a musical great in terms of production, beat, like his album over the years, man. He is like, I love Graduation in it, fam. That's like one of my top 5, top 10 favorite albums in it. Yeah, like Kanye early on, like he's amazing in it. Watch the Throne with Jay-Z. Cold album, bro. Like that was probably like best collab album you'll ever see in it. Yeah. So I get why you think you're a genius, fan, but he just takes that to another level. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, he thinks he's good at this point, and that's the problem. Like, he thinks he's
bro. Like, I feel like with Kanye, bro, no one's ever checked him in it. No one's ever just like. I'm saying, like, that's the easiest thing, bro. But out off the grid with I think Playboy Cardi's on that, and Fabio, I like that one. That was Remote Control. I like that one. Remote Control was good. And
Yeah,
New Again.
I'm trying to
And
think.
that's 3 songs, bro, out of 27, bro. Like,
I'll say that tune of Jay-Z.
I didn't like. I thought that was whack.
I like Jay-Z's verse. I liked the one with Pop Smoke, but you know what? Again, that's another topic competing on its own. But I think people should stop using Pop Smoke as a feature. I think it's just a bit like, I think people know because of the influence Pop Smoke had, yeah, in the short time he was on this earth, and like obviously he popped in and he blew. I think obviously he was gonna be a great in it, I think, in my opinion. Yeah. But
yeah.
I think people are just milking it, man. Because obviously you see Pop Smoke on a feature and like, obviously I know he's passed in it, but like, I want to listen to that just because what did he have in store for us before he got taken too early? Do you know what I mean? So I feel like it's annoying me a little bit that people keep using his music or his samples that didn't release on the albums. It's a bit annoying. Like, especially now he's been gone for a year. He's passed away like over a year ago now. Like, it's not that recent. Do you know what I mean?
He was cold. The mixtapes Meet the Woo was like cold in it, man. But like, I feel like with Pop Smoke is kind of getting that Tupac vibe a bit, where he's passed on and then like everyone wants to use him as a feature and you try to jump. You get what I'm saying? Or you got you got a couple artists like replicating him in his style. Like you got what's his name? I think it's Dusty Locane. Like an artist in New York, he sounds exactly like him. Like he's sick in it from it. It's like you kind of get that vibe in it.
That's the Rumble song, innit? The Rumble song.
Yeah.
Dusty Locane Rumble, innit? Sounds just like Pop Smoke. Yeah. I know you're talking about. Yeah, he's cold though. I love on that, you see, we're going off topic, but obviously designers trying to do it too. Like obviously them man are trying to do the whole Pop Smoke voice now, which is getting a bit annoying. Obviously, yeah. In terms of, I'm looking at the feature list and like the list of producers and that, like it's a lot of different producers, a lot of like different features in it. I think, you know what, maybe like that's maybe where he kind of went wrong as well. I don't know.
He
because obviously on the thing is, for me, I'm gonna have to go back to Life of Pablo to talk about Kanye, because that's the last time I even bothered like properly listening to one of his projects.
Love that album. That album.
That's a very good vibe.
Love the album. No More Parties in LA with Kendrick. Cold song. That's an underrated track right there.
Yeah. That was a big album. That was like one of them albums where every song is good. Like every
song on there, like I think there's probably like 2-3 weeks. Like, bro, I've got every song, like Facts, Fade, Saint Pablo, Wolves, like that album slaps in it, man. That's like, I think that's when Kanye pretty much peaked at that point, isn't it?
Yeah. But that's because like after 2016, you started doing all this crazy, like, you know, saying all this. Sorry, that's my alarm, bro. Some like crazy shit, like, do you know what I mean? Saying weird things, doing this, that, and the other. But I mean, like obviously going back to the kind of the reason we came to speak about this today, in terms of like the album itself, I don't think it's a terrible album. I don't think it's whack, but I would say it's not his best work. Yeah, I'll probably give it like a 5 out of 10 or something.
By his standards, you know. Do you know?
Where would you rank that? Where would you rank that? Where would you rank it in terms of like in all of his albums? Would it be like towards the bottom, in the middle, or like obviously I know we're not going to say it's like near the top, but in the middle, is it like further towards the bottom in terms of what he's done?
All right, so I've got his albums. If I were to rate them, I'd say Graduation 1, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is number 2, Late Registration, College Dropout.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
I would swap College Dropout because I think that's a very good album.
Right, sorry. Graduation, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I'm gonna add Jay-Z on this as well. Watch the Throne.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'll go College Dropout, then Late Graduation.
Yeah,
it's a toss-up.
I'd agree with that.
Then Yeezus. Yeezus was okay. Yeezus was decent, actually.
Yeah.
No, flip. I forgot Life of Pablo. Do you know what?
I would put that.
Do you know what? His worst one, I'll say, is Yay. Yeah? Yay, Jesus King, Kids See Ghosts, and then Don does his bottom 4, I would say.
Yeah. I would probably agree with that, to be honest. I'd say the 5 that you mentioned, obviously, as well as Life of Pablo as well, I'd say that you can kind of toss them up. Not anywhere, actually, because you really have to think. I think Graduation, College Dropout, for me personally, is like, and My Dark Twisted Fantasy, as you said, like I think they're pretty clear in my opinion to anything else he's done. But then obviously after that, Life of Pablo is like a very, very good album as well. For some people, I've been listening to like a few reaction videos on podcasts about Kanye in general, like Donda, and a lot of people didn't love the Life of Pablo anyway. So I think that's again, maybe for me and you, we thought that was a very good album, but a lot of people still don't think that's his best work.
Do you know what we forgot? You remember 808's Heartbreaks?
No.
808's Heartbreaks, like 2008. He went like a whole different sound, different vibe in that one. Completely forgot that one. It's okay. It's got Heartless on it and Love Lockdown.
Okay, yeah, obviously I know that. Yeah.
But it's definitely not one of his best works. I'll say it's bottom. I'll say in terms of his body of work and all that.
Yeah,
definitely in the bottom half in it. So, but that's what you're gonna get with Kanye, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think he's not focused on the music as much anymore in it, man. I feel that the music is more of an afterthought for him these days.
Yeah,
he's moved into that. You know, he wants to be a fashion god, fashion king, fashion mogul, whatever.
Well, he's not even that. I think he's trying to be like a
I think he wants to be the new Hope.
I think he was. Yeah, no, not even that. I don't think he wants even that. I think Kanye wants to be bigger than Hove.
Yeah,
I think he wants to, because obviously I think he wants to be like Jeff Bezos, kind of like, you know, like billionaire. Like proper, like maybe even politics kind of thing at some point in his life. Obviously, he said he wants to be president. Do you know what I mean? I think he wants to go down the route of like power. But you see with Jay-Z, Jay-Z is almost like, obviously you do see him, but he's not. I don't think he's like obsessed with people knowing he's powerful. Does that make sense? I feel like Kanye wants the power and he wants people to know he's powerful. Do you get what I mean?
I think Hove wants it, but he's not letting people know, like, but because obviously Kanye, in terms of personality, they're very different, innit?
Yeah, obviously Kanye's got mental health problems as well, though. Like he's got like bipolar or something. That's like, obviously he takes medication for. So obviously, without that being said, that's probably a factor in why he says the things he says and the way he behaves about the way he does. Obviously, maybe Jay-Z's a bit more level-headed a lot of the time.
He wants to go on. You know what? You're absolutely right. He wants to go on that Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos type. 100%.
That's the kind of vibes he gives me. But I found a statement by Andre 3000. So basically, in short, it's like, so basically, Kanye reached out to him about being part of the Donda album. He was inspired by the tribute to his mom. Hence why I said when you go listen to it, you'll hear like he speaks about his parents passing away as well, and like that, this, that, and the other. Cool. Flipping. What next? Yeah, thought it was a beautiful choice to make the album a clean album, obviously because what the theme was. Andre 3000 didn't know that was the plan before, so when he did his verse, it wasn't like completely clean in it because that wasn't clear on like the criteria Kanye put out to him. So he was just saying like, sadly I had to be omitted from the original album release. So the track I received and wrote to didn't have the diss verse on it. Because obviously in the full song, if you listen to it, Kanye then goes and disses Drake. So yeah, that's just another whole.
This is why. Oh, sorry, you're gonna continue the statement.
Nah, that's pretty much it. Wrapping up, but yeah, basically just like
where with Ye, he if he eliminated all the outside noise, I think this album would have been a lot better, man. I think it would have been received a lot better as well. I don't know what the critics are saying, man, but I don't think it's his best work at all, man. And you would think the anticipation of the album, like everyone knew about this album was coming, was themed around his own mum and all that. So you're expecting, okay, this is gonna potentially blow the likes of Graduation or My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy out of the water, but it just came and just.
I thought it was gonna be a big album with the feature list, the amount of producers on it. I thought it was really gonna be something like a lot more.
Did he produce it himself, like the whole album?
Now he had I had it up a second. Now he had like quite a lot of different people producing that, to be honest. There's a lot of different producers. I'll send you it on Twitter or something later. But a lot of different producers, bro. Like obviously, you know Mike Dean, the guy that produces a lot of Travis Scott's music as well.
Yeah,
he done quite a lot. He done, I'd say, maybe nearly 50% of the songs in there.
He produced Nas's Nasir album, in it. Came out a couple of years.
Yeah.
2 years ago, and that was that was the beast.
I don't know. Like Kanye's never been like a. The thing is, Kanye's never been like a great lyricist, but he's always been like a really good like artist and creative, and the bodies of work he puts together. I think again that's why I'm a bit disappointed, because like you see when you heard even like Life of Pablo, like the sounds you're hearing, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like the sounds you're hearing, like that's the last album I liked anyway. The sound you're hearing, the beats you're hearing, like the production, the way it's all being put together, it's just like it's proper like memorable. Do you know what I mean? Like it's special. This is just not it's just not doing anything for me. I haven't talked to anyone so far that said to me, "Oh, I've really enjoyed that." But obviously, there are gonna be Kanye stands out there that will disagree with me. So I don't know.
Yeah. But like for me, like I said, I've already got 3 songs on there. I'll hold 27. That's not good, man. That is actually
27. That's poor.
That's low key trash. That's low key trash. Like if do you know what, we're bringing it back. I don't know if do you know the Source magazine?
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, they were quite popular in the 90s, the Source, and it would basically like rate albums like 5 mics and all that. Like if you got 5 mics, it was obviously lit fire, best album out there. If I was to rate this out in terms of the Source, I'll give this probably like 2 mics or something, bro. Like for Kanye standards, innit, man? And I think the only reason why it's keeping it alive.
Yeah,
go on.
No, I was gonna say I probably agree with you. Like it's not. I don't think it's absolutely trash, but I think it's like very just mid. Do you know what I mean? But
but I think what's keeping it alive as well is Drake, bro. Do you want to jump onto that?
Yeah, I was gonna say Certified Lover Boy. Okay, so obviously I'm gonna be a little bit biased here because Drake is my guy in it. Like I can tell, bro. I can tell you. I do love Drake in it. So for me personally, I really enjoyed it. Like I actually really enjoyed it. I know there's gonna be people out there be like, it weren't amazing. Obviously, by Drake standards, I wouldn't say it's his best album ever, but like it's definitely up there with like not up there. It's definitely an album I very much enjoyed. Another thing with Drake, before I go into anything else, is and this I guess can go the same for Donda as well. Sometimes these days I think we're very quick to just listen to something once and then or like once or twice, or maybe listen to it over a week and then just decide whether it's a classic or not. Sometimes you got to give these things a few years. Like there's a few Drake albums that came out when they first came out. I was like, yeah, it's all right. And then like over the years, you go back and listen to it, and you're like, yeah, this really did have a lot of like, do you know what I mean, cultural significance, this, that, and the other. So I'd say definitely something to like. I say people will look back on this and be happy with it. But I don't know, what's your thoughts?
I've grown to be a Drake fan over the years. So when he like was popping, well, he's been popping for the past decade, but like, you know, when he came out 09, 10, 11, them times, I wasn't gravitating towards him as much because I come from like, I grew up listening to like the hardcore stuff and I couldn't get into the soft, emotional, light skin shit. Do you know what I'm saying?
He's more vulnerable. He's a vulnerable.
You know, I'm like my soul, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, I couldn't get to the whole vulnerable side in it. And then he had bangers, don't get it twisted, in it. And then we'll probably talk about 20 when he had the joint with Future. What time? That's when I was like, okay, I rate this guy. And he bodied Meek Mill that year as well.
Yeah.
That year, 2015, I think that's like my best Drake in it. He dropped some slaps, some proper lit songs that year in it, man.
Yeah, if you're reading this, it's Too Late as well. It was dropped in 2000.
Yeah, that one has got energy on it, I think.
Yeah, that's a very good album in my opinion. Which at the time, I don't think people even
underrated.
Great. That's what I
mean.
Looking back on that, if you're reading this, it's Too Late. Looking back on it, now you're like, that's a great album. But when it first came out, I don't think it received bare love. I don't think people were like.
I feel like even Take Care had that as well. I think people grown to appreciate it over time.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, with Take Care, yeah. Actually, I'm lying. I'm looking at Take Care now. Like, there's actually a lot of bangers in there. Like a lot.
No, there's a lot of bangers, but I don't think people realized like the cultural significance at the time. Yeah. Like everyone knew it was an album, but no one like when you look at like there's some bangers on that song in it. Yeah. But 2015 was like my favorite, I'll probably say, and then I didn't like Views after that.
No, but again, Views, he dropped Views. People are like, okay, there's a few, but now I'm looking at Views again. Like I go back and listen to it even now. I really
I wasn't a fan of that.
um
And then More Life, was it More Life?
yeah, More Life, yeah.
That was decent.
I think
Scorpion.
that was More Life though. I think he said that's something like a mixtape or a playlist. Something like that. I don't think he said, but the same, obviously, same thing, and it's like, you know, piece of work extended, not like an EP or something, like you know, like quite a few songs. But now I've got good memories of
Scorpion.
Scorpion was shit, man. That I'll say that.
Bro, I like Scorpion, bro. I like Scorpion. I thought that's a mad underrated album. I actually like Scorpion.
I'm not a fan.
The mixtape we dropped last year, Dark Lane demo tapes. I like that as well.
Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed
that as well. That actually came out on my birthday, I think.
What?
Yeah, that was a good album. Mixtape, sorry. Dark Lane demo tapes. That was decent.
Yeah, that was good.
Nothing was the same. That was actually. Do you know what?
Nothing Was the Same was a great album. Great album. I think that might be arguably for me my favorite album by Drake. Yeah.
So Far Gone. I like So Far Gone. That was like his first album. That was good. The 09, the one that came out in 09, that was sick as well. But this one, I'll jump into this one. Certified Lover Boy.
Yeah.
Decent. It's good. It's a good album.
I liked it.
Like I said, for Drake, for his standards, I'm not quite impressed, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
But it's got a few.
This is what I kind of wanted, because I think what Luke said the other day to me, obviously I wanted to get him on this too, but obviously unfortunately he's not available, same as Jay in it this week. Listening to Certified Lover Boy, Luke was like, I think Drake is playing it a little bit safe. Like he's not like maybe
holding back a little bit.
Yeah, he's kind of going with what he knows people are going to enjoy. But then again, if you know if that's your sound and it's working and people are enjoying it, then I don't know if there's necessarily a need to change. But I get what Luke's saying. Like it was a safe album. Like it wasn't. Yeah, he didn't. What's the word I'm trying to think of? He didn't push the boat out. He didn't really kind of experiment with different sounds. Maybe that could have potentially gone wrong. And then people are like, fuck that album. That's a dead album. He didn't really kind of push the boat out with that, which obviously kind of with this album, it's like you've heard these kind of songs before. With what like most of these songs like Girls Want Girls, obviously heard that with Lil Baby in it, that one. I think I've heard something similar to that before with Drake in it. Heard like, okay, cool, like Fountains with Thames, that was a very good song.
Yeah, I like that one.
It's a bang up, but again, it's like classic Drake, and it's not really like anything different to what we haven't heard before. Get Along Better with Ty Dolla $ign. Again, we've heard it before. Majority of this tape, I did very much enjoy it because I'm a Drake fan, but I just think it maybe you could have tried something a little bit different with it.
Yeah, do you know, I like the one with Travis Scott, Fair Trade.
Yeah, that's a good song.
I think that's the best song on the album.
You think?
And You Only Live Twice, Lil Wayne, Rick Ross. I think Lil Wayne killed it.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one too. I liked the one with Kid Cudi on the album. I don't know if you heard that one.
Yeah, I did.
I enjoyed that one. But I swear Kid Cudi's Kanye's guy.
Yeah, man. He's moving a bit mad.
What's going on? I feel like Kanye has a lot of enemies and friends or something. Like he's like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, like he's got a lot of people that for some reason. Like I think Mike Dean said it as well. Like Mike Dean, the producer, he's just like, it was tough doing this album with Kanye because he's just a fucking problematic guy. Like, do you know what I mean? Like he's just a problematic guy.
But I just couldn't imagine working with Kanye. Like, imagine being in a studio with him. He's probably like that absolute like perfectionist. Like,
yeah. And even like you won't get what he wants either. Like I think his brain is like so different to ours. Like, because he is, let's be real, he is like I don't want to call him a genius, but he is like a very like musically very like different. Like we're not the same.
He's got that spark. He's definitely got something about him in it, man.
Yeah, I don't think many people have what he's got. Like at all.
I mean, if you think about it, he's the way his image has evolved around the years. Because when he first came in the game, man, he was the backpack kid. You know what I'm saying? He was a little nerdy guy from like Chicago and all that. So the way he's evolved his image over the years. But yeah, you're 100% right, man. But do you know what? For both them artists, I would say quite average, quite disappointing, man, because obviously they're high caliber artists and people hold them in such high esteem.
Yeah.
So when you get something, I expect like absolute dirt, bro. Like just slammers every song, bro. Like I'm expecting Life After Death Biggie, bro. Like every song's a hit. So that's why I want to get.
Yeah, go on, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, you can go, bro. You can go.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think I give Kanye, as you said, like the 2 mics, probably give Drake 3. I'd probably say it's stronger, but it's not amazing either.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And that's why I want to get onto someone who absolute legend in the game, has died off in recent years, but he's come back, man, and he looks hungry. I'm talking about God's son, bro. I'm talking about Nas, bro. Nas Escobar, bro. Like King Disease 2 destroys both these albums, man.
Yeah.
Like, and then what annoys me as well, he probably won't get the recognition because of the new fans in hip hop and all that, man. Like people like, oh Nas, he's an old man, bro. No, bro. Like I understand that. When I was younger, I wasn't much of a Nas fan, innit, man. So
you go back and listen to what he's done.
After Stillmatic, man, his albums were pretty whack, innit. His music would just proper fell off, man. And if you know Nas, he's known for using the same beats over and over again, innit? Or like, they're not even over and over again. The beats are trash, man. But his last 2 albums, King's Disease came out last year, banger. This year, even better, in my opinion.
I'd say like out of what I'm just looking at now, 15 songs. I'd say I've really enjoyed at least 10, if not more, of them.
Yeah,
I've enjoyed a lot of them. Like my favorite personally, Nobody with Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill, yeah.
Lauryn Hill on that is maybe the best verse I've heard this year. Maybe.
Yeah.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
He killed it.
And then
that's from Lauryn Hill, isn't it? Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that standard for her anyway. But I was like, wow. Like when I heard that, I was like, wow. Like this is like, do you know what I mean? That's what I was saying. Like when I heard that as well, because that's about halfway through the album as well. So when I was listening to it, I was enjoying it. I was like, yeah, and I was like, okay, this is actually a very, very good album at that point. Like when I got to like the midway, Lauryn Hill, cold album.
From like start to finish, bro. There's 15 songs you said. I think I've saved like 12 of them. 3 of them are probably like a little bit weak in it, but the Pressure, Death Row East, bro. I thought like if you don't know about Death Row East, basically he's going in the whole he's talking about what the rap what hip hop was like back in '96, and Tupac having a little beef and all that, and they met up at the MTV Awards a couple of days before he got shot and all that, and Street Dreams. They were supposed to shoot a video on Street Dreams, but he was in the hospital at the time, so that was sick. He was detailing a whole situation around that and all that, and Death Row and his crew and all that, man. Which is funny enough as well. It's come up to 25 years since Tupac died, bro. Tomorrow, I think, September 13th. So
man.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Rest in peace, him, man.
Count me in on the album as well.
Count me in was, I love that. YKTV.
I was gonna say the A Boogie, yeah. That was a very good song as well.
And YG as well. I like that one.
Yeah.
Storm Run, Moments. Sound on Sundays act as well. And Nas is good. Like, yeah, bro, all of them just slapped in it, man. All of them just slapped.
I think that's maybe, I'd say, other than obviously the way the thing dropped this year, you know, that Wizkid album.
Yeah.
That might be, I think other than that, that's probably, Made in Lagos. Other than Made in Lagos, I'd probably say that Nas album is my favorite album this year. Yeah,
I would say what won album of the year last year? I'm sure it was King's Disease.
I don't know. But yeah, I'd say probably that's my favorite album, to be honest. Like that was a very strong piece of work. I was surprised as well, because the thing is, I don't think really too many people like really knew about him dropping that, and then suddenly I started seeing, you know what, even myself, I'll be honest with you, I am a Nas fan, so they're cool, but I didn't really know he was about to drop like that. And I started seeing on Twitter like, oh, he's just dropped, this is a very good album. I was like, cool, let me go listen to it. And I was like, yeah, this how am I, like, do you know what I mean? Why is this not trending? Why is not everyone talking about this? Because it was a very, very, very good album.
No, bro, he's gonna be set on the old heads are gonna pay attention to him. But I thought King's Disease, bro. I liked it very much, man. I thought it was sick. I think it kills both these Donda and CLB, man. Honestly.
Yeah. I think another thing with CLB. I think to go back to like when I first started talking about the Donda like promotion and that. I think something that didn't help Drake was, that I don't know, that again, because you said because they're held in such high esteem. As soon as they even put out anything saying I'm dropping an album, there's a lot of hype around it, so it's hard to like. They're almost like it's a double-edged sword in a way, like where it might, just because of how well they've done in the past, that's now kind of almost like affecting how people view their new stuff, because unless it's like amazing 10 out of 10, people are gonna have a problem with it. So it's hard, isn't it? But obviously Drake was gonna release in like January, wasn't he? And then he didn't release till September. I probably didn't help him because then it's just the build up, innit?
That's the thing. I think that's the only thing that I'm not like a stan of Drake or like a massive fan of Drake. The kind of person with Drake, I feel like he's such a marketing machine, bro. Like I feel like everything he does is just a marketing move. Sometimes, isn't it? Yeah, like even when he dropped Pussy Slide, like it was a whole TikTok. It was a social media
TikTok
friends,
like
innit?
Yeah.
Even the album cover, I thought was just like I was speaking to someone about it after. I was like, album cover is dead, bro. It's plain, but obviously it's sparked up social media. If you look at all the companies and all like Nando, KFC, they're all doing a whole like the emojis and all that, innit, man? I'm like, it's such a Drake move, like it's such a typical Aubrey Graham move, like. Do you know what I'm saying, man?
Also, mad covers. It's such a dead cover as well. Like,
it's such a dead cover, man. But it's like it's simple. You know, in terms of marketing strategy, yeah, it's amazing because it's simple. It's a white background. You got the emojis and all that. Got the. I'm thinking, what's the symbolism behind this, fam? Has he got like 12 women pregnant or something?
I have no idea, bro. But like,
nine emojis or something, whatever it is, fam. I'm like,
I'm trying to work that out,
Yeah.
I don't know, Like, it was kind of like the thing is about the album, obviously. Maybe it's like obviously all the different women like he's been involved with or something. Like I don't know.
Yeah, man. I just thought it's like you said, it's a proper safe move by Drake, innit, man. So, and their whole little back and forth, fam. That's some diluted Tupac versus Biggie beef, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Something like that, because neither of them are about it like that either. Really, if we're being real,
which probably is a good thing.
Tupac and Biggie, they're just Drake has never made music like that anyway, because that's not who he is. And then Kanye, as you said, when he first came out, he wasn't like that either, and he's obviously,
I mean, it's a good thing because obviously you don't want history to repeat itself and all that, but it's just like this whole little back and forth. Like back in the day, like when rappers had beef, they had beef. Like Game of Consent, shots are being fired. So it's like I can't lie, bro. I love that shit, bro. Obviously, when someone passed it, fucked in it, man. But it's like that's rap. That's the nitty and gritty of rapping and hip hop.
What's it called? It kind of started though. I need to find out the actual reason why they're beefing each other. But obviously, Pusha T and Drake went at each other in it last year, and Pusha T is Kanye's guy in it. So I know.
Again?
Huh?
They went at each other again?
No. Do you remember last year? Like when we all found out like Drake had a kid, Pusha T and Drake.
Oh, that was like 2018.
Wait, 2018, no? That was 2 years ago. Raw.
3 years ago, bro. That was when he dropped when Drake was wearing the blackface or whatever.
Yeah.
When he leaked, when he was talking about
the kid.
and he's going to Adidas and all that.
3 years ago.
Adonis, yeah, bro. Drake's kid.
These like last couple of years have been. It's the pandemic, bro. Like these last years, fam. Like I thought that was like last year.
Yeah, I think they did have I think they went back I think Pusha was trying to get back at Drake again, but the whole like a kid thing and Drake going to Adidas and Adonis and all that was like 3 years ago. Yeah,
that's crazy. Nah, time is flying. The fuck?
Shout out to Pusha, bro. Top elite artist, man.
Who?
Pusha.
Yeah, I like him. The things I like about him is his albums are short as well. Like as you said, you get 10 good tracks. You're not getting.
He's the head of good music, innit? Kanye's it.
Kanye and Pusha T.
Yeah, Pusha. He's the head of his label, innit? Good music, I think.
Yeah, that's what I mean though. That's what I mean. Like this Kanye Drake thing's been going on for a while. Like it
was the whole I think because Kanye was supposed to give Drake a beat or something, and I think he took it from him and he done the whole he took the piss out of it. You know, he done scoopty whoop scoop that bullshit. Like I think that's I think it started. I think it stems from that, innit? Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. There's like these kids, bro. Honestly, man. Like I want to hear some bars, man. Go at each other, fam. No indirects, just proper go at each other, man.
You know what? I think Kanye does listen to, as I said, listen to The Life of the Party, because Andre 3000's verse on that, like, it's the best thing you're gonna hear this year. Maybe other than Lauryn Hill's verse, but so on my like that verse, yeah, that I don't know how Kanye took that off, because yeah, man, that's a very, very special verse, very special verse. And yeah, I'm annoyed at Kanye that he's taken it off, and I'm annoyed that like he's involved. Andre 3000's been involved in Drake and Kanye's like petty passer in it, because like, do you know what I mean? That it's so stupid that they're doing that. They could work together and make some cold tunes.
Yeah, definitely, man. But who else are you looking at? Is anyone else dropping later this year as well?
I'm trying to think in terms of like artists I'm listening to. Let me have a look right now. I haven't been listening to music. I don't know about what you're on in terms of UK music, but I think Jay Huss's track is releasing certain tune. He's been gone for a minute. But I don't know how much you listen to that guy.
Yeah, no, I'm a Huss fan. He dropped last year, innit? Was it Conspiracy?
Yeah. I like that though.
Yeah.
I
think Huss, he's so clear above compared to UK artists.
Yeah.
I don't even put him in the same category, man. I think he's bigger than the UK. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's the same as Skepta. That's the same as Skepta.
Like, he is an artist, bro. Like,
yeah,
like it's in his DNA, bro. To like, he can make any type of music, any genre of music, fam. So like, when I talk about, sometimes I actually forget about Huss, fam, because I don't.
Yeah.
I feel like the UK is they're like big fish in a small pond.
Yeah.
But I feel like Huss can compete with anyone, man. I think musically, he's the best, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So man. I know Dave dropped his album. That was a good album.
I need to listen to it again, but I listened to it twice.
Again. I've heard the majority of it, but I liked it. And I think he just dropped the visuals for one track.
Verdansk, I think it was.
Verdansk, yeah.
Yeah. Nah, you know what? I think I prefer the psychodrama tape album.
Same. Yeah.
I really like that, because it was actually like, you know, as a body of work, like it had a theme to it. I really liked the album. I liked what's it called? We're All Alone in This Together. Is that what it's called? The Dave album. Yeah, We're All Alone in This.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
I liked it.
Half, yeah, like that and the rest.
I don't think it was. Yeah, I don't think it was.
Flu Game. What do you think of that?
Of what?
AJ Tracy's album. I think Flu Game.
I don't listen to AJ Tracy, bro. I can't be.
What is it? You look like you listen to AJ Tracy.
I haven't listened to AJ Tracy since like 2000. I like. You know what? I don't like. I respect. You know. Okay, let me just say this. I respect any artist in the UK that makes music to make money. Okay, because he's making music that he knows is gonna sell and hit top of the charts, in it. Same way as Tion Wayne does it now. They get the formula, or like AJ Tracy will do like a garage tune in that he knows is gonna pop. He'll do like a housey tune. He did that one in Mode Stack that obviously popped as well. He tries different things, which I respect, you know, because he's a good artist. Okay, cool. But I just don't really. I like artists that really stick to what they. Do you know what I mean? Like, you see, like Dave, for example, he sticks to one kind of music that he. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not one kind of music, but it's like he sticks to who he is, kind of thing.
I hear that. I like AJ Tracy, man. If I'm honest, I wasn't a massive fan of his last album, but I like he's a rangy artist. And he's someone that's like similar to Huss as well, man. They can do any type of music, fam. So I hear where you're coming from, but I like them. I like UK, I'll say the best of probably, you know, Huss, Dave, Skepta, you know, the usual suspects in it, man. But I like my American hip hop, man.
Yeah,
I grew up on all of that, so that's like my main thing in it, man. But yeah, obviously, in terms of UK, yeah, man, they're thriving at the moment.
But me personally, obviously, I was a big Nipsey fan.
I can't lie, bro. I jumped on Nipsey after his death. I can't even lie. I won't even lie about that, bro. My boy told me to listen to what was his album?
Marathon,
was it?
Fucking Marathon.
Marathon, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Never got around to it. And then obviously when he passed, in it, I listened to it. I'm not even lying, not even because he passed away. Victory. It was called Victory
Oh,
Lap.
sorry, Victory Lap. Yeah, sorry, Victory Lap.
Victory Lap, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, why didn't I listen to this guy before, fam? Because
he's actually the coolest. He's up. Like, you see rap here, like, fuck, bro, like, listen.
He's so gritty with it, but he's got the swagger to go along it, man. But I think with Nipsey, if you know about Nipsey, you paid attention to me, he was more business orientated and all that. Because that was actually his first album.
He was doing it for the people, though. He was doing it for the people as well.
Yeah,
that's the thing as well.
Exactly.
I respected about him.
Exactly,
nah, bro. Listen to Crenshaw when you get a chance. Like the album Crenshaw, that's a very, very big album. Like, very good album. Crenshaw, man. That's got a lot of big songs on there. Yeah, man.
I was at his mixtape, innit? Yeah.
But like Saw Some Boy too. Fucking bit, like, yeah, bro. Like, it's actually got better. Like, Bullets Ain't Got No Name. Like, yeah, fam. Like, yeah, Nipsey was a guy, bro. Like, actually, yeah, I'm pissed he got killed, because the whole situation of, obviously, you know about his death, innit? Like,
bollocks.
Like, so it was so pointless.
All these deaths on just, it's like Pop Smoke. I feel like could have been avoided. Him like leaking his address and all that. Nipsey, like, I feel like that could have been avoided as well. Can even go back, bro. Tupac, bro, could have been avoided, fam. Biggie could have been. All these deaths were just so like unnecessary. Over what? You know what I'm saying?
Just that stupid beef, fam. Like, it's so dumb.
Like, honestly, man, very talented, man. But you know what, man? Peace to them brothers, man. But their music lives on. In terms of the artists that are alive, in terms of Drake and all that, dude, man, you don't need to step up next time, and so.
I agree. I think, like, obviously, in terms of like summarizing Donda and CLB, like, I honestly don't think Donda is a terrible album, but I would say it's just not like what we expect in standards from Kanye. And then Drake, again, obviously, as a Drake fan, I enjoyed it. I like a lot of the songs on there. I'll be real. But that's on my personal, obviously, bias, I guess, because I like Drake anyway. But I would say, obviously, being critical of it, I would say, yeah, it's a mid-range album for Drake standards, in my opinion. But yeah, that's probably my summary of them to you. Yo.
Sorry, bro, you cut out. You say that again, bro.
Nah, sorry. Yeah, I just saw your face freeze. Yeah, I was just saying, can you hear me, yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, cool. Now, I was going to say that both of them, I think by the standards that we hold them to, I think they both could have been a bit better. But
definitely.
That's my summary of it. I think I'm not going to say they were like trash albums, yeah, but they weren't great.
Yeah, definitely, man. But you know what, man? We'll wrap up there. People, let us know down below in the comment section, man. Donda, CLB, or you're gonna go Nas's King's Disease. Me personally, I think both of us will both go Nas.
Yeah, definitely.
King's Disease, in it, man. But let us know, man. Hopefully, Henry and Luke will be back with the On Record podcast soon. Spoken Word podcast. Stay safe, everyone. We out, yeah, man. Take care.
Come on.